The Dollhouse, author by Somali, illustrator by Sid Sopip, audio by Tsalisa Nour Ghonya. And this audiobook is from Let's Read website. Once upon a time, there were three friends: Gabbles the dollhouse, Millie the ruler, and Naps the pencil. They lived happily together in a little girl's bedroom. One day, Millie twisted around and said to Naps, "Hey, have you ever noticed that I have different markings on my other side?" "Oh, how interesting," Naps said. Then the pencil bent over to look at herself. "I think I'm shorter today than yesterday. What do you think?" "Gables," they said to the dollhouse. "What do you think?" Gables only sighed and looked down. He could do a lot of things that Millie and Naps couldn't do, but he couldn't twist and bend like they could, so he didn't know what he looked like. Millie and Naps did their best to cheer up Gables. They dusted and cleaned his walls and roof. Millie strummed his guitar while Naps sang a happy tune, but nothing seemed to work. Millie and Naps talked it over. "Gables is very sad," Millie said. "I wonder why." "I think he's sad because he doesn't know what he looks like," said Naps wisely. "That's it," said Millie. "We can fix that." Millie and Naps hopped over to Gables and described what he looked like. Naps told him that his roof had a triangle shape, meaning it had three sides. Millie described the different size rectangles that were his walls. But Gables still couldn't see what he looked like, so he continued to feel gloomy. Millie and Naps had a new idea. They hopped away and soon came back with a small circle shaped mirror. "Look," they said. "Now can you see yourself?" But the mirror was too small, and Gables still couldn't see what he looked like. Then Millie had a great idea. "Aha!" he said. "We can draw a picture of Gables." "Yes," agreed Naps. "But I have trouble drawing straight lines." "I can help with that. Let's work together," Millie answered. Millie lay down on a piece of paper, and Naps drew a straight line along his side. Then they worked together to draw two more, until they had a made triangle. It looked just like Gable's roof. "Great," Millie said. "Now let's draw rectangles for the front wall. Then we will draw a smaller rectangle for the door and a small square for the window." "Wow," said Naps. "That looks just like Gables." "Yes," said Millie, "but something is missing." "I know," said Naps, and she drew a circle above the house. "That's it," said Millie. "It was missing the sun." Millie and Naps hopped over to Gables happily, holding the drawing between them. "Look, Gables," they said. "Look at this house, with its triangle roof, rectangle wall, rectangle door, and square window. It's you!" Gable smiled for the first time since he became gloomy. "Really?" he said. "Is that what I look like?" "It's you," Millie said. "And we even added a sun," Nap said.